Hi all, I'd like to share with you a problem I've had with Microsoft OData WebAPI and data transfer objects. Now, I'm exposing an endpoint called timesheets, but instead of returning the underlying timesheet object itself, I'm actually returning a data transfer object. Okay. Now, how I'm actually doing this is I'm using AutoMapper. So AutoMapper is just basically mapping my timesheet to my timesheet data transfer object, doing a bit of flattening as it does, and a rename of one of the variables, which doesn't really matter. My controller itself, instead of returning the timesheets it gets from the database, I'm just projecting them onto the timesheets data transfer objects with the AutoMapper. So this gives me my list. This gives me my single record by the key. Okay. So what actually is happening, or what was happening, was that there's my list. We'll take an example key here, 1036. So I should be able to access it by key. However, I'm getting this error. Now, in order to fix this error, what I ended up doing was downloading the source code for the OData WebAPI, and it's open source, as you know, and downloading the sample applications they have using this API. And this actually allowed me to zone in on the problem. And now I'm going to present the solution. Okay, so go back into Visual Studio. We'll go to our OData configuration, which is in the WebAPI config. And what's actually happening is that the entity is getting incorrectly named by default. So what we actually want to do is, better stop our debugger. We want to do is say that .entity type .name equals. So now we're setting our entity type name to timesheet. So now let's see how this behaves. Just waiting for the app to start up. It's taking its time. Okay, so again, let's get our list. Now let's try and get the individual entity. And voila, we have the information, our username, etc.